most recent article that I wrote about them, they're adding 27 miles of new trails to the island. It's the majority of visitors to Catalina end up in Avalon, which is the major city there, or at Twin Harbors, which is north of Avalon, kind of across the island. But so most people tend to stay in there, and there's this really beautiful backcountry. But for right now, there's I won't say few trails, but not nearly as many trails as would entice a lot of people to go hiking out there. And most of them are pretty difficult trails to hike. So an organization called the Catalina Conservancy just broke ground a couple of weeks ago now on a plan to add 27 miles of new trails out there, kind of in a hope to entice people to get out there. And, one of the big selling points that they were talking about is that right now, the only main trail is about 37 miles long, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Trans-Catalina Trail, and it goes across the island. And so this way people will be able to get out there and do, maybe a couple-hour hike or something instead of a multi-day backpacking trip, which is, kind of your only option if you're out there right now. So hopefully get a few people out there and enjoying the island a little bit more, which is what they're going for. So I think that they get about 1 million visitors a year. Only around 20,000 of those actually end up in the backcountry, hiking or camping or whatnot. And it's about an hour ferry ride from Long Beach out here on the West Coast. So a little bit of a trek, but it's a beautiful area out there.
Glad to hear they're going to be adding some new trails out there in the backcountry. I go to Catalina generally about 4 times a year, and always from Long Beach. So take my guide dog and myself, and generally you're right, I just stay in Avalon and sometimes do some of the sightseeing tour, which is pretty groovy because it's narrated. And I would like to explore the backcountry as well. I just don't know if there's an accessible way to get there. I'm not sure about that. So if you know how to get there, that might be an accessible route. You can send me a private message, because I'd like to take my dog, and we like to do a lot of long walks, hikes, so that'd be appreciated if you could find that one out for me.